Hello and welcome to Telltale. Today's story is a quiet reflection, a short tale of stillness, memory, and finding peace in the little things. Let the noise fade, let the stillness come in, and let the story begin. The bench by the lake. There was a wooden bench, old and worn, that sat by the edge of a quiet lake. It wasn't painted. It had never needed to be. The years had shaped its surface. Sunlight, wind, and rain had carved lines into the wood like a gentle history. No one remembered exactly who built the bench. It had just always been there, like the trees or the stones, or the whispering breeze that rippled across the water. Most days, the bench was empty, and that was fine. But some days, someone would come. Sometimes it was the man with the gray coat and the dog who never barked. He'd sit for 10 minutes, say nothing, and watch the wind play with the water. Then he'd stand, whisper something to the dog, and walk away. Other times, it was the young woman with the book she never read. She would open it, place it in her lap, and stare at the lake. Her fingers would trace the edge of the pages, but her eyes stayed far away. Then there was a boy, maybe 12, who came only when the word felt too loud. He didn't sit. He lay on the bench, staring up through the branches overhead, letting the rustling leaves cover him like a soft voice. He always looked calmer when he left. The bench never asked questions. It only listened. One spring morning, when the frost had just started to disappear and the lake had begun to stir from its winter stillness, an old man came to the bench. He walked slowly, not because he was weak, but because he had time. He sat down, breathed in the scent of wet leaves and pine, and smiled. "I have missed the place," he said, not to anyone in particular. He reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a photograph. It was faded, the corners soft from years of touching. In the picture, two people sat on this very bench, much younger versions of himself and a woman with bright, laughing eyes. "We used to sit right here," he whispered, and say nothing, and it meant everything. The wind answered by lifting a few leaves and setting them down gently at his feet. "I still talk to her," he said, "every time I come back." And then he did. He told her about the garden he still tried to keep alive, though the roses didn't bloom the same without her. He told her about the neighbors who moved away and the ones who stayed, about their daughter who now had a daughter of her own, about the mornings that came and went, and how some of them still felt like the ones they used to share. He sat there for a long time, not speaking to be heard, but speaking because it kept her close. Eventually he stood, slid the photo back into his pocket, and placed his hand on the bench as if to thank it. "Until next time," he said, and walked away. The bench remained quiet, still. Another day passed. more wind, more water. And then another visitor, a young woman this time, not the one with the unread book, someone new. She carried a notebook, sat down slowly, looked out over the lake. After a while, she opened the notebook and began to write. Only a few words, but they stayed with her, and they stayed with the branch. Thank you for spending this quiet moment with Telltale. If this story brought you peace or helped you pause, consider subscribing for more like it. Until next time, keep listening and keep imagining.